is a big upgrade. Please, can we put our hands together for the organizers of Devfest 2023 Port Harcourt? And you guys are good. If you need to shout, you need to shout it. Let's give it up to them. These guys are good. And you know, when we're having these conversations and all of that, it's been a lot of back and forth. And the reason why I'm asking you to stand up is for two reasons. One, please put your hands together for yourself. You're the most important person. Without you, Devfest 2023, Port Harcourt 2023 won't even hold. So you are the bigger reason why we are here. Now we're going to do a quick thing because I think some of us have sat down for a little while. Now there are, how many persons are here? My mathematics is a bit rusty, so there are like, I'm seeing like 10 people here on this row. 10, right? 14. Okay, you're saying 14. All right, so I'm saying like 10. So please make sure that you go out now, move away from your seat, introduce yourself to someone, and get them to introduce themselves to you. And we want to know the person that will introduce or get the highest number of introduction. I'm going to verify this. Please, camera guys, get me this. And the person is going to go home with a swag. So, and it's not going to be everybody in your own role alone. You can get that way, you can get there. So, let's go. I'm counting in 2 minutes. Don't only introduce yourself, get the person to also introduce themselves to you. Get meaningful conversations. I'm counting. You can change your role. And if you look, the face of the person isn't like what you like, you can come and meet me. If the person is not fine enough, and while you are doing that, try to get, we are looking at getting a tech marriage by next year. So you can introduce yourself to someone that tomorrow you can gather all of us for wedding. All right, keep it coming. 1 more minute to go. Make sure you're moving away from your seats. I think the only people that are doing what I want them to do are those who are sitting here. The rest of you, where are you? Hey, come and introduce you. I am here now. Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm Felix. Yeah, nice to meet you. David, okay. Miracle David. Daniel, okay. Chimezi, nice to meet you. All right. JC, nice to meet you. All right, so some people are even coming. How many have I done? 15. Okay, again. Oh, like the Chief Justice, right? I'm Felix. Good morning to you. Ah, that's a good one. Did you work at our money?
My name is David.
Okay, I'm Felix. Already know what I do. Okay. Good to meet you, man. No. Like my wife. She's not calling Grace. What do you do? So all this is behind me now.
Good day. My name is
I hope you are connecting with someone. Make sure if you need to exchange number, exchange number. If you need to collect account number, please do.
My name is Cyril. I'm a UI designer.
Oh, I'm Felix. Thank you.
Nice
Nice
to
one.
meet you.
So all these products are the ones making it. Nice one.
Pascal.
Pascal.
Like, long time I've been seeing you like in person.
Now what should I do? Should I need you? Okay. Yeah, what do they do? Collins. What do you do, Collins? But guys, who start like this? Don't be afraid. All right. Listen. Oh, my son's name. So what does this mean? Oh, okay.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Oh, bomb, my God.
Front end, sir.
Small and I will not go back and start dumping everywhere. You go. Nelson. The Nelson they're talking about. Is that you? I like your style. Hi. No, you can put it to selfie. All right.
My name is Esther. Yeah, I'm Esther.
What do you do?
I manage a tech hub.
Yes, give us the name.
I registered anyway. I don't know what I do.
All right, so I think we should be wrapping it up now. Somebody should have found a wife or a husband. I'll find you.
Okay, that's
yeah. All right. Okay. Okay, like, guys, we can return to our seat now. Exchange those numbers. Make sure you're getting the contact. All right, let's return to our seats so that we can start. Some people don't they turn this thing now to another this thing. Please don't turn it yet. Let's return to our seat. Thank you so much. Thank you. And if you return to your seat, I have somebody very special just beside me. Okay. So while everybody's returning their seat, I'd like you to introduce yourself to us, to all of us now, not just me.
Good day, everyone. My name is Sassinoluwa Ajayi Kate. I am 9 years old and I am a young techie in Python. And I know how to draw using Python. Thank you.
When I mentioned that I'm not the biggest person in the room, do you now believe me? This is a 9-year-old young techie who uses Python very proficiently. Please put your hands together for her. When I was her age, what was I doing? They used to send me a message and I would not come back. We were the legends. They send you to go and buy akara by 8 a.m., you return by 5 p.m. after a good day job. All right, so at 9 years, even in the university, as at my year 3 computer sciences, I was still doing Fortran 77. All right, thank you so much, my dear. Wow, this is amazing. I love what tech is doing in Port Harcourt. Make sure that I see you. Where are you seated? Go to that place so that I can see you. I have a gift for you. I have a gift for you. Please celebrate her. And while the rest of you were where you were, she came to introduce herself to me so that we can do introduction. Man, I don't take style enter picture. Okay, so guys, we're going to be diving into the program of today. And I see some of my big bosses already entering in the house. And I see amazing, amazing faces here. So we're going to be jumping into the event as it is. So if you have registered, except you did not register, if you registered, by now you should have received the agenda. True or yes? And if you have the agenda, what that means is you already know what we will be doing at this material time. So again, just a quick housekeeping. If your phone is not on silent at the moment, please put it on silent so that we can have a great day and going through. So very quickly, we are going to be taking a welcome address. I believe the technical guys, can we get our host, one of our hosts, to please give us a welcome address. So we're going to be taking a welcome address by our one and only Philip Obiora. Please put your hands together for Philip Obiora. He is going to be giving us a welcome address. In a bit, when he's done with the welcome address, I'll tell you something a little bit about him. So, are we good to have Philip? Because if he doesn't welcome us, the most we can do is just sit down, wait till when the time for food reach, we eat, and then when we are done eating, because me, I'm not leaving that food. Devfest food, you eat it once a year. And it's not just ordinary food. It's Port Harcourt Devfest jollof rice. It's special. You can't find it anywhere. My first Devfest jollof rice was in Uyo some years back. And ever since then, I have sworn that I will never miss jollof rice from Devfest again. You get why? It seems like they embed it with some codings and some programming language, and then when you take it, it gives that vibes. Anybody who have attended Devfest knows what I'm talking about. Are we good to get the welcome address? Tech guys? We'll just take a few minutes for him to give us the welcome address, and then that will signal the event's opening. And trust me, we're going to run this as quickly as possible. It's the event today is really okay. Okay, so tech guys, can we have him on the screen? And Mr. Obiora will be speaking to us. As a matter of fact, he's one of the organizers, and he is the host for this year. And you can see everything that he did here, or everything we are seeing here with his able team in Nigeria. He's put all of this together, and he will be speaking to us all the way from the United Kingdom. He's one of us. He's a Port Harcourt bred, and he is what he says. So please, Philip, if you can hear me.
Should I start?
Yeah, please go ahead. We can have you now. Please, can we give him some warm welcome and from Port Harcourt? Mr. Philip Obiora, please go ahead, sir. Can we pin him so that he's the only person we're seeing? Amazing, amazing. Okay, just type and tell him to start. No, the three dots at the bottom.
All right.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I need a feedback.
Okay. The next person on the call, so please, Joshua.
Is it okay, sir?
Just 1 minute. Let me quickly.
Is everything okay?
No, he's not hearing us, so I need to join to get him to know that we are okay. Sorry, guys.
All right. Yeah. All right. So, welcome everyone. Welcome to Devfest Port Harcourt 2023. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Philip Obiora. I'm lead for GDG Port Harcourt, and it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to this event, a gathering that celebrates innovation, collaboration, and the spirit of technology. So, as we stand at the point of creativity technology, this event marks a significant milestone in our continuous journey of learning, sharing, and growing together. Firstly, I wish to extend my gratitude to everyone here. Your presence reflects the commitment and ever-evolving world of technology and your eagerness to be part of a vibrant community. To our esteemed speakers, sponsors, partners, volunteers, and everyone here in particular, your invaluable contributions have been pivotal, and this brings, we can see it in this gathering. So welcome again, everyone. Devfest Port Harcourt is not just a conference; it's a testament to the power of community. It is here that ideas are born, networks are made, skills are honed, and future leaders are nurtured. So today we stand united in the passion for technology, and that what brings us, all of us together. Our desire to push the boundaries of what is possible. So whether you're here to support the latest trend in AI, ChatGPT, generative technologies, or cloud computing, or whether you're here to connect with like-minded individuals, these events, the platform, expand your horizon. So as we embark on a day filled with enlightening sessions, I wish to encourage everyone to engage fully, ask questions, and share experiences. Let's make this opportunity the best to inspire and to be inspired by each other. I didn't just put this event together all alone. I had to set up a team. We did this in a team, and I would like to call them on stage for recognition. All the members of the planning committees, please come up on stage. We have Golf.
Let's put your hands together for all the members of the planning committee as they make their way to the stage. All the members of the Devfest planning committee, the hosts, please move to the stage.
Wisdom, and even Banjo that we had to pick up in the late hour. Please come up on stage for recognition. And then I will be leaving you with the coordinator of this event in the person of Caleb Duff, who would be connecting you to the moderator so that this event goes on well. Welcome everyone. Relax, network, share ideas, and enjoy. Thank you.
Come enter stage. You wanna put me on stage and you put on the ground. What did you put on the stage? Go there, let them see you too. So please celebrate them. These are the guys who have put up all the sleepless nights just to make sure that this event is what it is. And please take particular note of the one on bowler hat and this thing and his shoe. You can see that this guy is not even living in Nigeria with us, even though he's physically here. So please, I will advise you to hold him very tight. You get why. Please celebrate them once again. They're still coming. They're still coming. I can tell you for free, not only did it cost time, it cost a lot of money, it cost a lot of time to put this kind of events together. And these guys had invested both the time, the resources, and everything it takes. Yesterday, it was even difficult to get most of them on the call because you probably they wouldn't even be able to attend to their phones just because they want to put this together. Please celebrate them once again before they make their way downstairs. All right, so Dove, they say my food in your hand now. I know who to hold for my plate of jollof rice. Not ordinary jollof rice. Devfest Port Harcourt jollof rice. Please celebrate them as they make their way down. Thank you so much. And if you have your agenda with you, we are going to be diving into the program deeper. And you can see some of our speakers already lined up. And we're going to take a topic, a very, very important topic that I am always excited about. It's beginning to take a lot of rave around Africa and even the entire world. And to speak to us on that amazing topic, so we will be dealing with, just 1 minute. Okay, all right. So if you have an agenda with us, we will be dealing with an amazing topic that you don't want to miss. AI and the future of cybersecurity in guarding the digital realm. So this is going to be dealing on enlightening every one of us in the room on the role of cybersecurity, especially in how we use digital space. Many of us, I was called upon to speak somewhere about the dangers of social media. And social media has been putting food on my table. So now I look at myself going to now talk about social media being very dangerous. How do I now feed after speaking there? So I told them I'm not going to speak on the dangers of social media, but rather I'm actually going to speak on the great things that social media was designed to do. And the only thing that poses as a danger is the end users, we the users, our misuse of the social media. So ladies and gentlemen, digital space has been designed for every one of us to create not only wealth, but also meaningful connections and meaningful engagements and jobs. So we are also going to be looking at how this space can be protected and the users can also be protected, looking at cybersecurity as a framework. And then this is also going to be educating us on the state of the art and some of the applications that we can use to assess most of this. And to deal with this for us, ladies and gentlemen, is a person that has actually been at the forefront of this. I'm trying to pull up her bio so that you can understand the person that is going to be speaking to us. So ladies and gentlemen, I believe that at this time you keep your hands handy to actually put them together as a make welcome to speak on this topic. She's been here the entire time, just literally waiting for us to start. And I'm so delighted to introduce to you, I believe she's ready. Now, permit me to say that not only is she gifted in the topic that she's going to be discussing about, but also she is crowned with brains and beauty. So ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, I'd like to introduce you all the way from the University of Port Harcourt, the acting head of Department of Cybersecurity, University of Port Harcourt, who is going to come speak to us. I think I should call her name so that while she's coming, I can be introducing her so that you know who we are talking about. Put your hands together as she makes her way up stage. Linda Ogenekaro, who is going to be dealing with the issues of cybersecurity and how we should be able to handle that. Now, it will interest you to know that when I walked into this room a lot earlier, she was seated at the spot where she stood up from. So she is not just a Nigerian, but she's a Nigerian living way ahead. And I'll tell you why I mentioned that. I'll hand over the microphone to her to take us for the next 15 minutes on the topic we are having here. So thank you and welcome, ma'am.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. Thank you very much. Okay, I don't know, can we have the slides? All right. So it's my pleasure to present this session. As rightly said, artificial intelligence and the future of cyber security in guarding the digital realm. So permit me to start with some definitions of some of the terms we'll be hearing within this session. Okay. The slides are not moving. Okay. Oh, you can control it for me. Okay, up. All right, thank you. So artificial intelligence, as we know, is a science of developing algorithms and computer systems that are capable of simulating human intelligence. And of all the different components of human intelligence, machine intelligence, so it's in particular with components like language, use of language, perception, problem solving. Okay, and then we have cybersecurity on the other hand, that refers to the practice of protecting networks, computer systems, and data from unauthorized access and cyber attacks. And finally, we have the digital realm, which refers to a wide range of digital environments where data, digital information, and content, digital activities also exist. Okay? So we will see a predictive a bar chart showing a prediction. Okay? So this is a prediction from Statista. And if we look at this bar chart, it tells us one thing, that our digital landscape is on a constant exponential expansion. And so is the cyber security threat. We see from this bar chart that as at 2023, we have an estimated cost to cyber insecurity to a tune of over 11 trillion US dollars. And it's predicted that by 2027, that loss can go as high as almost $24 trillion. I think that's an overwhelming amount of money to lose to insecurity. So that's the need. That's why we really need to look into cybersecurity. Okay, I'm trying to know where my slides is. So, and it now brings us to the question of why AI. What does AI have to do in? You can help me control it from there. What does AI have to do with all this? Okay, so presently there is a rapidly growing need for more experts within the cybersecurity domain. However, in reality, we have just very few experts available to fill these hundreds of thousands of jobs. As a matter of fact, we have cybersecurity venture in the UK who gave their report to say that the vacancies for cybersecurity as at today, 2023, is about 3.5 million. So we see that there is a lot of vacancies in this market of cybersecurity. We might not all be writing codes. We might be there maybe to influence policy, to, you know, create a community like what we have here. So I think it's actually an aspect of computer science that we should look towards. And so in recent years, to be able to optimize the minimum or the very few hands we have in cybersecurity, that's why we have artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence now serves as a force multiplier within this field of cybersecurity. So you have few people in the space, but they are working intelligently because of the adoption of AI innovation, technologies, and tools. The second reason why we have to go AI for cybersecurity is that attackers are now using AI technologies to perpetrate an array of social engineering exploits. A lot of their attacks, they make use of AI to get wider audience or for specific reasons. And hence, if we are to battle those types of, or those class of attackers, we have to go AI. Anything short of AI will be very dangerous because the attackers will be way ahead of us. So this is why we need AI. Okay? So the aim of our session is that we'll try to expose ourselves to see how Google and other tech companies have leveraged AI technology in building intelligent and more resilient cybersecurity products. So we have a slide before this. Okay, currently the digital ecosystem is hazardous because every institution is a reachable target. Only this knowledge alone, sends fever down some organizations because everybody is seen on the cyberspace. All right, so we're looking at the statistics. From the many statistics out there, this is one from the IT governance cybersecurity outlet in the UK. And it reported that in only October 2023 alone, you have over 800 million compromised records. So this just to give us an idea of how these attacks happen. Most of them happen in very large numbers. So it just gives us an idea of how serious this can be if it's not well checked. And cybersecurity threats happen in a lot of forms. We have some of the forms here listed: the malware, the phishing, the DOS, man in the middle. There are a lot of them in different forms. So we'll be looking at the different areas of cybersecurity in responding to these threats and the AI products or innovation within this area. So we have threat intelligence here, which refers to the gathering, analyzing, disseminating information about potential cyber dangers for a firm or an institution. And how does AI come in? It does that by assisting in analyzing vast amounts of data from various sources, maybe dark web, social media, security warnings, a whole lot of them, and does them very timely. So we're looking at the AI products under threats intelligence, and we have the Google's Mandiant's Advantage, and also the Darktrace, and also Signet here in Nigeria. So they try to use a machine learning, unsupervised algorithm to understand the natural behavior of a normal network, so that whatever behavior that is outside that, it can be classified as a potential threat. So this is like the dashboard of Mandiant Advantage. To see that we might be talking about very powerful tools, but there's a lot of abstraction to it, meaning that you just see it as a regular profile page or just a regular dashboard. So that we'll get to a point where you do not need to be a cybersecurity expert for you to be able to monitor, manage, or respond to threats. I think that's where we are going to with AI and cybersecurity. And then we have incident response, which is another part of cybersecurity. And it's conventional incident response actually relies on human security analysts because they need to identify, assess, and remediate these incidents. So, and this procedure can actually be time consuming because I myself have been involved in incident response for like 2-3 years in the industry before I came back to academics. So this procedure is time consuming, like I said, but with the emerging technology of AI assistance, organizations can easily detect, understand, and mitigate these threats faster and efficiently. I mean, reducing your toil time, your work time, from days to minutes. It's that good. And we have Google's Chronicle AI responding seriously to incidents. So, and we have IBM Resilient IRP. So they use machine learning algorithms to understand, classify, and automate this incident process. And they also have recommendations for various responses to different incidents. Okay? And then we have a malware and phishing detection. These are very common cyber attacks that we experience. And there are several malware strains. Like I listed here, we have the Morris worm, we have the Melissa, Code Red, a whole lot of them that have been discovered in recent decades. So, some AI innovation like Barracuda Sentinel, and Barracuda helps to detect the phishing threats, and then CrowdStrike Falcon helps to detect, analyze, and detect malware. They all use machine learning algorithms, and also they carry out behavioral analysis to be able to identify these threats. And then we'll quickly go to vulnerability management. It's a process of, discovering, categorizing, mitigating, and monitoring vulnerabilities in software applications, networks, computer systems. And it's actually benefiting from adopting AI technologies in this vulnerability management because it helps organizations to prioritize their vulnerabilities, because when you prioritize, you give different, based on the priority, different attention. And we have because of time, let me quickly conclude. So in conclusion, AI has emerged as a transformative force in the field of cybersecurity. By leveraging the power of AI, organizations can improve their ability to detect and respond to known and emerging cyber threats with unprecedented efficiency and precision. AI has the potential to be used in a wide range of cybersecurity applications, like we've just discussed: threat detection, anomaly analysis, vulnerability assessment, and incident response, amongst others. And the recent development of large language models is further extending the capabilities of AI to generate intelligent natural language summarization from network logs. So rather than when we have a lot of analysts come together, they look at the logs, they try to trace from timestamp, they take it to test environment, a whole lot of work doing it traditionally, in the traditional, conventional way. But with AI, you have these very powerful LLMs, which are the large language models. They extract this log and write intelligent summaries that security experts can now look at and make decisions. All right, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much.
Where are the photographers? Man, come. You get why? Where are the photographers? Where photographer? Don't rob me of this opportunity. And I hope you guys took a picture of her, right? And you took videos. I'll tell you what to do with it. All right, so while the photographer is coming, please can we celebrate her once again? Now, I wanted her to finish up before reading her bio so that you understand when you listen to her. Oh, great. Thank you, ma'am. You can return. Yeah, so that when you are listening to her, you are not doing that from a biased perspective. You know that she knows what she's talking about. And so, Dr. Linda Ogenekaro is a university lecturer and a seasoned researcher with over 12 years of experience in both industry and academia. She possesses expert technical programming and research skills. She's currently the acting head of department of the Department of Cybersecurity at the University of Port Harcourt. Her research interests are machine learning and cybersecurity. She is actively involved in facilitating software boot camps for the girl child in a bid to build their confidence in STEM, in delving into STEM discipline. I think I identify as a girl child now. Yeah, she is a strong voice in advocating for digital citizenship and among the youth. Dr. Linda is active member of several professional bodies and engages in countless number of community services, one of which is Devfest Port Harcourt. Dr. Linda is married to a medical surgeon, Dr. Ediri Ogenekaro, who is also a researcher, and they are blessed with 3 children, now 4. I'm here now. At her leisure time, she reads and sings with her children. She loves to cook traditional dishes, watch movies, and have fun. Doc, just in case any bank calls you after now and say that somebody used your picture as collateral for loan, know that it's coming from me. Photographer, make sure I get that picture. Please celebrate Dr. Linda once again. Now, I mentioned earlier that Dr. Linda was already seated when I walked into the room. And yes, there is another person who was also seated. But I wasn't surprised about this person. The reason is because coming from the background he was coming from, he shouldn't even be late to an event. I remember emceeing an event, I think either in Rwanda or Ghana, either of these countries, and Nigerians were there. Everybody was seated, and I was emceeing. Then I saw a group of people walking an hour after the event had started. I had to pause and allow them walk in and sit down, and I introduced them and said, thank God, Nigerians finally arrived. Right, so these guys arriving earlier are Nigerians, but you know what I mean when I say Nigerians and that. So ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, let's put them together once again for a man with over 20 years of experience in diverse fields such as tech, social enterprise, policy, and economic development. He is a versatile and visionary leader who strives to bridge the gap between technology and society as the Chief Operating Officer of Spital Labs. I know some people would have known who I'm talking about right now. He oversees the design, development, and implementation of innovative technology products and solutions that addresses the need and challenges of various sectors and communities. Ladies and gentlemen, can we now put our hands together for the man who is going to give us the keynote address for this particular event today? The one we call the convener of the Mind the Gap, Mr. Kenneth Nwokoro. Please celebrate Mr. Kenneth Nwokoro as he makes his way to take the microphone from me to give us the keynote for this event. Keep celebrating him until he makes his way here. And when he's done, I'll tell you why you needed to clap for him ahead of time. You're welcome, sir.
Good morning, everybody. I was actually asked to give a keynote address, and myself being someone who is more like ancient and recent. I don't want to say ancient and modern because only God does ancient and modern. So I prepared a speech with I prepared a speech, normal speech with a paper and all of those things. And I got here, there's no lectern. And I'm like, okay, so where's the lectern? Where am I going to speak on? Where am I going to place my paper and speak from? So I had to quickly send it to my phone so that I'm also in a tech space as I ought to be. So I'm not holding a piece of paper and I'm talking to a group of techies. And people say, why is he speaking from a piece of paper? So good morning, everybody. Kenneth Nwokoro is my name, and I've been asked to speak on AI Unleashed, impacts of the future, on the future of development. So let me quickly start by congratulating this organizing team for putting together this August event in November. I thought it would have been. Yeah. Devfest, as we know, as far as we know, is the largest gathering of developers all over the world. So anywhere you go to, there's a Devfest event. It has to be the largest number of developers. So if they throw a bomb, they're looking for where they would. Well, they're not going to do that today. But well, so whether it's here in Port Harcourt, Umuahia, Calabar, or Maiduguri, it is the same phenomenon that occurs. So a special thanks to Google for also being available, and of course the unflinching support year on for this program, Devfest event. I'm also very, very happy to deliver this speech at this year's event here in Port Harcourt, and with a thematic consideration that is hinged on AI's artificial intelligence. And of course, you will agree with me that in the last couple of myself, as the days continue to draw closer and nearer to today, I kept meeting Devfest, community members, and they keep saying, "Oh, well, sir, you're the one speaking. Oh, wow, we're looking forward to hear from you. Looking forward to hear what you have to say." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, what are they looking for? What do they want from me?" Well, we're here today, and I hope I don't disappoint any of you. This itself, AI, is a very, very crucial and very, very important, conversation, and is a hotspot at the moment. Dr. Genekaro talked about AIs and, of course, its implication on cybersecurity. It's even reverberates even a lot more louder than that. The past week, we had world leaders gather in Blecher Park to discuss AIs. How many of you remember that? How many of you remember? Do I have people who listen to this? Yeah? Good. And Blecher Park is a suburb of Milton Keynes in England. They were there to discuss the impact of artificial intelligence on humans. What is it that everybody keeps talking about artificial intelligence? What is it? To be or not to be? That is the question. A spectrum of the society says we don't want it. It's the devil. It's the evil. It's coming to take our jobs. Another section, you and I say, wow, this is the biggest invention that has ever come to be. And of course, when they go for these meetings, at their meetings, they always have what they call a resolution. The resolutions they came up with at the end of the meeting was simply regulation. Regulation. Let's regulate this thing called artificial intelligence. Not to stop it, not to ban it, not to eliminate it, not to say we don't want it. Because I thought that probably that's what we're going to hear. And again, interestingly, the World Economic Forum, in their Future of Work reports in 2023, posited that AIs will not only take jobs, but it will create more jobs. So for those of you that are here, I don't know if there are people who are still afraid that they're going to lose their jobs, but be rest assured that no bigger organization like the World Economic Forum have said that AI will create more jobs. Just like we had in the days where we started having conversations around about internet, tech, and those sort of things, corporate secretaries were having issues that they're going to take, my job is gone, they're going to take my job as a secretary, my job as a corporate assistant, and those sort of things. But by the time we looked at it, we found out that this internet and tech has created more jobs. The reason why we're here is because we have internet. The reason why we're here is because we have technological advancement, isn't it? If not, we won't be here discussing, as a community today. Of course, we agree that arguably that this AI is the biggest invention of the year, of the decade, more like, and it's important that we understand the workings of AIs and how it works. So there are two different perspectives: the workings of AIs and how it works. They're different things. If you don't know it, you won't know it. If you know it, you know it. So people who don't know it, they're the ones who keep running around and keep saying that, oh wow, this thing doesn't work. Oh, this is actually the evil, that wants to destroy the world. So for myself as a futurist, from a futurist perspective, I would like to say that AIs function from a perspective of signals and trends. But let me quickly take a few moments, to talk about, AI. Sorry, let me put on my glasses. My eyes, my sights are beginning to fail me. I would ask, what is that? What is AI? Now, I don't want to assume that we all know what AI is. What is AI? I don't want to assume that. I don't want to assume that we're all techists or tech enthusiasts and all of those sort of things in this space. But let me just quickly mention that AI itself, the definition of AI, what I have here, is the simulation of human intelligence. Simulation of human intelligence using coded machines and other computer devices. It involves training data sets, large data sets that uses signals and trends. That's why I said, like as futurists in my space, future thinking, what we use to determine and predict the future is signals and trends. You look at what are the signals, what are the trends that we have at the moment. Why is this happening? Why is this not happening? If this is happening, and this has happened this number of times, is there a possibility that will happen again? Is there a possibility that if I do this, this will happen? So all of this points gives us the pointer of we need to begin to consider looking at data. I mean, of course, data sets is one of the biggest things. That's what is AI itself. So in using signals and trends, artificial intelligence will deploy and utilize a number of times a particular classified data set occurs, that is frequency, and where it occurred and when it occurred. So this trend data set will suggest or make forecasts or help to determine causal or mitigating factors when an issue is examined. For example, we all know ChatGPT. If you ask ChatGPT what is the cause of malaria, it will just simply respond that malaria is caused by what? Mosquitoes. And because over time, the medical guys have actually said that this is the reason why people go down with malaria. That's data itself. And of course, I dare say here that ChatGPT has no memory or knowledge of its own. Rather, it relies on collection of trained data. So it's you and I that will feed the data that you can use to improve an AI device or an algorithm, as it were. And of course, in ChatGPT, it's called generative AIs. So there are a number of mixed reactions towards AIs. How bad or how good is it? And those sort of things. Today, we're examining the impact of AI on the future of development. Of course, development in this context is developers. Developers here, the group of developers. So I'll quickly take a few minutes, to look at the various areas that AI itself has impacted on our lives. So for example, in healthcare, the advancements in AI are the most pronounced in healthcare, because you find that we have newer and newer inventions and medications that are being proposed, propounded, and administered to people. And when this is done, in fact, not just administering these medications, it also diagnoses diseases. Now, I tell you a story. There's a smart toilet somewhere in China that you're beginning to laugh, right? Now, the toilet recognizes people's fingerprints and anal prints. Yes. You're surprised to hear that. You have fingerprints and you have anal prints. So it recognizes. So when you see, I'm sorry, let me instances, it's not the truth. So it will reduce wastage. And of course, you improve the yield of the soil. I can go on and on showcasing bits and bits. Of course, there are quite a number of highlights and lowlights. But today I'm going to dwell a little bit on the lowlights before I then talk about the future of development, how we can use AIs to improve our developmental space for developers particularly. So speaking about lowlights, a number of things that could happen in terms of lowlights. There are instances of where failure of facial recognition. Imagine if this place, they said, okay, they had facial recognition, so you come in, you have to look at a camera for it to recognize you, and then you come in, and then instead of Kenneth Wokoro, it's tagged something else. And then the person cannot gain access. So I cannot get in because me, that is Kenneth Wokoro, the facial just because of some kind of inordinate, a pleasure that they want to derive. So they can alter in data science or data analytics, they call it missing data, unclean data. When you don't clean the data, you say it's unclean. So you can alter the data sets and take out bits and bits to make sure you affect or you